This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.
Good evening. Welcome to Going Off Grid, episode 18. It is Monday, June 22nd, 2026. I am one of your co-hosts here, Sheep Bender, along with Crypto Queen. Appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Appreciate everybody tuning in worldwide. Shout out to the podcast. And thank you all. Appreciate it so much. Before we get started here, let me, because I am definitely going to need it tonight, let me go and get this disclaimer out the way. This is not financial advice. You can lose all your money investing. This is also not meant for educational or entertainment purposes. I nor anyone that is speaking is a financial, political, legal, medical, betting, or any other type of an expert advisor. These are our thoughts and opinions on different topics only. This is being recorded for future rebroadcast and clips on other platforms. Thank you. Queen, can we hear you?
Hey, can you hear me, Bender?
I can hear you.
Okay, I just put the thread out to my kids to stay off the screens for a while, so I'm thinking it's just connection issues or too much gaming at my house. We'll try that.
Yeah, again, I have extensive expertise when it comes to Wi-Fi connections. That I shouldn't say expertise. I have a lot of know-how, since I just did that disclaimer. But I've connected thousands of people to the internet. So if you ever need any advice, let me know. But that sounds good. Queen, I'm just going to let you know tonight, I am going to get the community shots out the way, and it is going to be your show. I don't know what's going on with Twitter, but it seems like you kind of fade off there towards the end. So whatever you got on mind, whether it be a current lesson, whatever info you got, I don't care. It's up to you. But let me go and get these out the way. First thing I want to do, I just want to get this one out the way early because it's hella depressing. But I just got to say it on behalf of the UK and British people out there. Look at, there's an article that was released about these rape gangs, and like over 250,000 women and girls in the UK were affected. I'm not going to go into it because the details are extreme, and don't want to really send everybody off a cliff just to start off the space, but please look into that. My solidarity for those that are out there speaking up against that. For some reason, they're trying to suppress that news and info over there where it's going on. I don't know why, but I stand in solidarity with anybody who's out there currently right now going through that. Also, just want to recap here. We should have probably talked about this last week, Queen. Oh, I thought it was you already, Queen. All right, lost Queen. All right. Should have talked about this last week. Hopefully we'll get Queen back here. But summer solstice was yesterday, along with Father's Day, ending spring, kicking off summer. Summer solstice, if you don't know, is the longest day of the year. Thank you for coming in, Treasure. Appreciate you. Also had Juneteenth to start off the weekend, too, as well. And, of course, Father's Day. I am going to pin this up here on the Jumbotron here, but Queen had a really great article about finding herself. This is actually back from January, but she reintroduced it yesterday for Father's Day, which I found beautiful. I thought I read it the first time, but it kind of definitely hit home on Father's Day with everything there too as well. So big shouts out to Queen for that one. Also, let's see here. Oh, I'm gonna post this up here too. It's kind of a 2-for-1. I'm here for it, Queen. I don't know if you're familiar with these, but Twitter reaction videos. Are you familiar with them?
No, I don't know what that is.
Okay. Don't go for what up. Because they are off the hinges. So, for those out there with the Android, unfortunately you don't have this, but on iPhone, anytime somebody does a tweet, you can now, instead of just quote tweeting them, you can do what they call a reaction video. So it's very similar to like those videos you see talking with like the green screen backgrounds on TikTok. Are you familiar with those, Queen?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've seen some templates where you can do those green screens.
Yeah, so you can legit right now at your iPhone just go to quote tweet somebody. This guy's been doing a bunch of them. His name is Rodney. I'm just gonna put this up here as an example. It also has a story that I'm gonna talk about later with Peter Thiel. But yeah, these are really cool. And honestly, when I first saw it, I was like, oh man, X is just ripping off TikTok now, whatever. And one day I went down the rabbit hole and the algae just started feeding me, and I got lost for about 10 minutes just watching them. I'm just not going to lie. And now I've dedicated a few minutes of my day to watching them.
Have you made any Bender?
I've tried. I wanted to do one with just my hat showing, but the screen is like, nah, we need your whole face, or we're just gonna make it look really stupid. So I've been experimenting with it just to see if I can kind of get it at the right angle where I'm not doxing myself. But it almost it's like it's 90% of the reason I would dox myself at this point is just to do a reaction video. Like seriously, like
How
there's
do you
that
get
much
to
fun.
it?
So just act like you're going to any tweet,
Uh-huh.
and then over the tweet, when you click on it, like you're going to quote tweet it, like you're going to retweet it, your
Mm-hmm.
option should come up on your iPhone, and it should say reaction video.
Very cool.
Yeah. Now you can also do the CapCut and all that kind of thing, but I think Twitter's probably pushing the algo for people who are just using the feature with the reaction video because it seems like a lot of them is blowing up.
And does it put in the background like the actual tweet or something, the article that was quote tweeted, or what does it put in the background?
Exactly. Yeah. So like you're
Okay.
quote tweeting whatever tweet you quote tweeted becomes your background. Twitter does it automatically. You don't have to think. You don't have to do anything. It lets you not edit it, but it'll let you discard it if you didn't like the take. You can go back and redo it. I think. Like I said, I played with it once or twice, just trying to see what I could do. Because, like I said, I was going to just see if I could just get like the top of my hat talking to do one. But I anybody that's doxed themselves and you're on Twitter, if you're doing videos and stuff, I can't lie. Just start doing it. You might as well. It's too late. Your face is already out there.
This could be dangerous. Can you imagine the things that you like start typing out, but then decide that's probably not a good idea? But now you've already filmed the video.
No, that's what I'm saying. It lets you discard it. I would have been doxed myself if it didn't. You can discard them and throw them away. Get rid of them. I've tried it a couple of times, just playing around with it.
Oh goodness.
Yeah,
I
but
just
what you
say,
tweeted, I mean, obviously, if you
you're
don't,
like off the cuff remark is usually probably not the best one to use. And now you put a video out there. I mean, I know you can delete it, but still, it's going to take all the passion and like escalate it times 1,000.
it
But
gives you
yeah,
a
cool
chance.
feature.
Yeah, before you post, it gives you a chance. But yeah, after you post it, you're out there. And I'm not sure if somebody can grab it and download it before you delete it either. I haven't looked that far into it. I'm pretty sure once you put it out there, just be ready to accept those consequences. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if we covered this, how thoroughly we covered this in a previous space. I know this headline was out there that like X wants to talk about how they're growing, and I mean, I guess like signups worldwide are growing, but in the United States, they're not. They're down pretty significantly, while like TikToks and YouTubes are up pretty significantly. So they're definitely losing, people from the U.S. to other platforms, and how much of it is because of the algorithm or our little bubble of crypto Twitter is obviously pretty upset with like all what it seems like kind of targeting here lately. But they're gonna have to do something, and these live videos are what everybody wants to watch. I think we're kind of lazy these days. We don't even want to read the headline. We just want someone to tell us what it says. So yeah, it should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I would say I'm not their marketing or dive into the numbers on the back end, but I definitely don't do a lot of tweets or anything like I used to in regards just to the algo. I'm just like I'm not throwing my creativity at anything to get 100 views. Like like I'll just you know I get the same amount of activity on TikTok with less than 300 followers. Like it's stupid. Like I'm sorry, Elon. Like you just got to get it together with the algo. And I'm starting to think it's by design. Like somebody in the back office is a sheep hater. Like, oh, you got sheep in your name. Like we're just going to suppress you, algo.
I wouldn't doubt
Algo
it. It's from the
suppressed.
algo. Well,
Right.
it shoots it out to AI first, so I don't even think it shows your own stuff to your followers first. I think it just shows like it to a representative sample of like, okay, how engaging is this post? And then if it makes the cut, then it goes out to a bigger group. So I know a lot of people have been kind of upset about that their own followers are not even seeing their post necessarily.
I think it's true because there's a lot of people I used to see I don't, and then when I switched to my other account with shit Neil, it's like a whole different like I know my followers are different, but like the same people I'm following all pop up that I never see on this account, and like it's there's something going on. That's for sure. I don't know.
Have you
I'll,
noticed
I'll
any
sh-
difference today? Because I saw at least one creator posted that the views were up pretty significantly today. So I don't know if they flipped a switch on the algo or what, or if it was just that one person.
I don't know, and I think they trying to box me in with the sheep tweets too because I noticed the Kalshi one did decent. I'm like, dude, I'm not tweeting sheep all day. Like, no, like I have other interests. Like, let my stuff be seen, please.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've noticed that one with the with Shib tweets. They seem to have a pretty big reach. I don't know
yeah.
why.
I don't know. Just letting AI do everything with no, just nothing. Grok, I love you, man, but let's yeah, let's open things up here. Not financial
I know.
advice. Queen, I'm sorry. Let me do this here because I want you to. While you're still talking, I definitely want you to get started here or whatever you got on your mind today. Let me get through these. Blockchain Futures Conference countdown officially starts today. It's going from July 21st through the 22nd. Be able to look out to that. Queen has been a speaker in the past. She's recognized as one of the top women for the Future Conference, and she, I don't know, she's probably. Do you own a part of the conference, Queen? I'm just going to ask you.
Am I going to be
Are
a part of
you
the conference? Is that? Yeah, I'll be
like? Are
speaking
you a
in.
like? Are you a
Yeah, I'll be speaking in Miami. No, I can't go to Toronto this year.
are you like part of the conference council though? Like, is that
Oh
another
no, no, no,
council that
no.
you're not that one? Just the other
No,
12?
no, none of them
Okay,
actually.
okay. You gave up a lot of seats.
No, I was never part of the planning committees except for the booth, the K9 booth that we did at Futures last year. That's the only one that I helped plan, really.
No, I was just talking about generally, like in life. Like I know you were
Oh,
like
look, I had to go back
on
to
the
a
head
nine
of
to five.
council.
I had to
Like
give up a lot of. I had to get up a lot of seats when I did that, but
I
also
got you.
had to pay the bills. So it is what it is.
Hey, I feel you. That's the ultimate council. Feel it. But shout out to Blockchain Futures. They showed me a lot of love over the years. I need to get out there. Much love to them. Much love to Canada. Let's see here. Seat at the table. Gabby now has a Telegram. I just made sure she didn't get hacked at first. She told me she was not hacked indeed when I tagged her in it. It's been some fun questions in there. I don't know if you saw my answer there, Gabby, but hopefully you check that out. Let me post that up here as a matter of fact. But please join the Telegram. And then one I found actually on my other account, brought it over here. I wanted to talk about it tonight. There's a petition against a 65,000-foot AI data center that they're proposing that is being built by a zoo in Tennessee. There's actually a petition that you can sign off on that, not to have that affect the animals with all the noise and the lights and everything. So I did it, and I'm going to encourage you to do it. I'm always active about my activism, and that's my
You know, that
community
was
shout out.
crazy in reading that. It was crazy that it causes like a 16-degree increase in the temperature around that place. That's nuts. It's already hot as can be in Nashville in the summer. Especially if you ever been to the Nashville Zoo, you will boil in summer.
No, I like to go to Nashville Zoo. It's real hot though.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Well, hey,
I
even
was gonna
more the
say we're
reason to
saying no to the data center in Nashville. That's a big no.
look at what in the world. Hey, y'all, we gotta what in the Queen is out here saying no to data centers. We're gonna start calling Queen AI Boomer. All right, Queen, what you got?
Learn from the best.
Hey,
Hey, I
hey, my guy Dario's an AI Boomer. He's only CEO of Anthropic. And he's actually a doomer. I might be a boomer. He's a straight up doomer, and I'm not sure why. We'll talk about why later.
You've
Actually,
seen the power. He's
right.
seen what can happen. Yeah, we'll definitely get into that later. That's some interesting stuff in that article. But I kind of wanted to come out of my community shout out with our lesson for this week, if that's okay. And I wasn't doing a typical lessons from the trenches because I think I have something that's more important that I wanted to talk about. And so my shout out is all the people out here who are doing the right thing in the space and, calling out this disgusting environment that we found ourselves in with scammers and crypto. And I know when you all got in and 2021, we probably all got in around the same time. It wasn't like this. I mean, there were scams, yes. You could click on bad links and stuff, but it wasn't like every time you turned around a new chain, a new bridge, a new contract was being exploited. Now we have AI that's helping find all these bugs. And not even that, not only that, but now we have Polymarket accused of doing just outright scams. Now that's alleged, so yeah, I think they've denied it, but I'm sure we'll go into this article later. But like even the bets that are being hyped up on there are, they're saying some of those are not even real bets, and they're hiring these clipping agencies to hype it up and these influencers to hype it up, and if you it looked like these folks made like $600,000 in the videos, but if you really would have invested with them, you'd have lost like $160,000. So I'm interested to see what happens as a result of that. But my gosh, it's everywhere, and I mean, I can't open X without seeing something in the way of scams. And I just think we talk about it a lot and we might post about it, we might retweet it, but what are we doing? Like, what are we each individually doing to try to clean up this space? And, the main thing that we can do is, contact the authorities. And I think we have.
Oh, Queen, I think we're losing you. Are you still there? All right, yeah, we might have lost Queen. Um, yeah, this is breaking here. I want to say roughly in the last 24 hours from Polymarket in regards to these influencers getting paid to make like straight up fake um, tweets about betting, and like they even had a fake website, which was insane that they were using as a screenshot. Allegedly getting paid up to 2,000-3,000. Polymarket did come out with a statement and said they were going to investigate it. To make a long story short, there with everything. So yeah, we'll see what's going on. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, either Don Jr. Donald Trump Jr. I should say is a advisor or the board with them or something like that. I know there was a lot of betting going on. Actually, one of the guys that did the what was it, the I don't know what you want to call it. I'll call it military action against Venezuela. He had bet, that they would, take out, or grab the president by whatever time and everything. But this was like one of the guys that was in on it that made the bet with everything and ended up winning quite a significant amount of money. I think like 400,000. So yeah, it's there's been some controversial things around it. We'll talk a little bit more about this tonight there too. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do right now, while I'm thinking about that, Queen, we got you back.
I think I'm back. Can you
Okay,
hear me?
go ahead.
I'm sorry
Yep, I
about
can
that.
hear you. No, you're
So
fine. Go ahead.
yeah,
What's your thought?
and looking at all these scams, I was like, okay, what can we do as individuals? We want to see a better space. Like let's start doing it. So reaching out to law enforcement is the key. And a lot of this with the change in administration kind of got pushed to the back burner in an effort to deregulate the crypto industry. But what we saw in exchange was just a wild, wild west. And I know this is not why we all came into crypto. So I just want to encourage everybody to reach out if you see something in the space that doesn't look right. If you've been hacked, you've been scammed, you've seen a project that's not acting ethically, reach out to the FBI via the IC3 website, and it's ic3.gov. Super easy to use. I actually filled one out a few years ago when I got a ledger hacked and never saw anything happen as a result. So it kind of just, I don't know, kind of turned me away from it as far as that being a resource for the future. But if we don't say anything, nothing's definitely going to happen. And so I had a conversation with somebody yesterday who's a, can you still hear me, Bender?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Okay. Who is a investigative journalist, and in kind of talking with her about some things that have happened to me personally in the last 5 years, she really encouraged me to reach out and file a complaint. And that some of these complaints are being tracked, and that they have groups of them that are serious enough that actually have a project name, and you can tag that project name in your complaint to kind of put it in the same file as the others. And there's strength in numbers. Like she said, if we have enough complaints on something, there's a better likelihood that something is actually going to be done with it. So if you guys have been injured in crypto, please, please fill out that ICE form. It takes maybe 5 minutes. You just have to put in like who you're naming, or what project you're naming. Have you lost money? Have you had it stolen? You have to put a transaction ID or several. You can add several, and then just a description of what happened to you. And it gives you a claim number, which you can save that for your records. And it, says that someone will reach out to you if it's substantiated. So you guys do that. I know we've all been through something similar things in these past few years. And I think that's the biggest way we can make an impact is to fill out a report on IC3. So definitely do that, you guys.
Thanks, Queen. Always appreciate your dedication and everything you do for the space. And I know it comes from a personal place, but I've personally been scammed and things like that, and I probably don't do as much. So always take great appreciation in your courageousness. I don't want to go too deep in that. Shout out to everybody here in the building tonight, though. Digital Shy, let me see you retweet the room. I might go ahead and answer that request, but I usually people gotta retweet the room to get up on stage. Like I do check. Treasure, big shouts out to you in the building. Zach from Subway, Gabby, Julie the Cat, David. We also have Crypto Profit in the building. Appreciate everyone that's listening. Here tonight, we're again on Going Off Grid, episode 18 with Queen. And yeah, you know what, Queen? I'm going to use that as a trench lesson. That's beautiful.
Definitely. Are you
That's
going to
her.
file a complaint as well?
With who?
I said, are you going to come file a complaint as well? This is like one of those retweet this space so you can speak. You got to file a complaint if you want to host.
Ooh, I gotta do it with the episode. Send me the link out. Let me see. Let me see what kind of workaround I can do on that. I don't know. I got to talk to you off air about that.
Okay, I'm gonna post in the nest, and I'm gonna go start pulling articles too.
All right. I won't make any promises live on the podcast or the space spot since it's being recorded, but I'll talk to you. You tell me what I can do. All right. Yes. Thank you. Anything else that you want to add?
Hey, it's not giving me the option to post to the space. I don't know why it's acting up tonight, but I can't.
What you
Can't
need?
post.
I probably got it.
It's my pinned tweet.
You want to post your pin tweet?
Yeah, it's the link that you were wanting.
Oh, here we go. Got you. Post it. I don't think I've seen this tweet. So I will also retweet that. Who knows? I might do a reaction video.
I can't wait to see it.
All right, let's do some rundown here. We're early today, Queen. I'm just going to keep the vibes rolling tonight. I feel good, man. Shout out to all my Geminis, man. We had a hell of a season this year. We ended on Father's Day, summer solstice, longest day of the year. Today is 3 seconds shorter. As I said last week, the sun just starts retweeting and the days get shorter, the nights go colder after Gemini season. That's okay. We will party with all the other horoscopes in the meantime. Let's see here. Let's get to some fun stuff here first. GTA. GTA 6, as a matter of fact. For those that don't know what GTA is, that stands for Grand Theft Auto. Number 6 pre-orders officially begin on June 25th. So all the, hopefully, GTA memes about the long wait will come to an end here soon. Peter Thiel. This is one of the ones I used up here in the reaction video as a example. But he's got a website. It's called Dialogue. And it was like for elites to meet up and do camp and all these different categories of things you could learn at secret society camp. Not financial advice, Peter Thiel, if you're out there listening to me. But a hacker figured it out, caught wind of it, and there's like senators, major actors, the usual suspects, all entwined to that. If you're familiar with Bilderberg and that kind of thing, the WEF, World Economic Forum, that kind of stuff, yeah, it's like on that level with that one there. But very interesting that, and he's had it since like 2006 too, which is like crazy, or 2009, early 2000s. How about that? Brian Johnson, this guy, I don't know if y'all familiar with him, but he's that lifestyle coach. He's always giving tips on how to try to live forever. Love his talks lately have been like trying to stay out of direct sunlight and that kind of thing, or just getting enough sunlight early daytime, but just trying to live forever type of guy. Well, he came out with a statistic. He said that chicken nuggets have 3,000 times more microplastics than breast chicken. I'm not sure why either one has microplastics in it, but 3,000 more times, Queen. I'm not gonna lie, I need to learn how to detox on microplastics probably. How about you?
Same. I put way too much in the microwave, and sometimes I drink out of my water bottles that have been in my hot car. There's probably so many things I do that I shouldn't.
I'm not gonna lie, because I've done those too, but I didn't expect like chicken nuggets to take me over the top.
Hey, there's no telling what's in those McDonald's chicken nuggets though, because you've seen them like months later. They're still like fully. They look totally normal. There's got to be some kind of plastics going on.
Yeah. There's no just McDonald's. Yeah, I'm cooked. Look, I stopped eating it a few years ago altogether, and I've really slowed down in probably the last decade or so, with everything. But yeah, the childhood growing up, yeah, I was probably just torched because I was at McDonald's a lot. Um, yeah, and just yeah, don't even let I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. Probably Wendy's chicken nuggets have probably just picked up where they. I don't think they're probably as bad as McDonald's, but I've certainly had enough chicken McNuggets that way. I've really slowed down, period, on fast food eating altogether, but I've had my fair share of chicken nuggets from Wendy's. Don't let me lie. Yeah. Yeah, just generally too, and just in life, like I've had a lot of chicken nuggets. I didn't know about this, Queen. Did you see this? Yes, it was like in the last 24 hours here. But Tenor, the one that you were always uploading the gifts to, I guess they went out of business. Somebody was,
No.
yeah, somebody was complaining on X to Nikita about their gifts being messed up. And he was like, "Hey, man, my bad. It ain't our fault though. Like Tenor went out of biz. We had to switch up, and go from there." So and I just had to uninstall and reinstall my app. So I lost all my gift searches. So I'm gonna have to go back and see if I can make sure I can find yours, Tutti Fruities, women, and the likes. But yeah, Tenor went out. Like I was totally shocked by that.
I had not heard that. I'm about to go on their website and see what's going on.
Yeah. So that was kind of crazy. Um, let's see here. Oh, government world news. This is all kind of heavy stuff, but real interesting. SEC rule S like Sam S7-2026 like 2026-15. Company can hide their bad numbers for 6 months. So like a company's doing bad, like they just start dumping stocks. Like I guess instead of the normal one, which I think is probably what quarterly, I imagine, not financial advice, but I'm pretty sure. We'll now go to. There's a rule being proposed to change that to 6 months. So like you don't even hear about bad numbers, but like twice a year, which is crazy. We'll see how that one rolls. Trump, he had a phone launch. Trump phone. Supposed to be made in America by Americans, that kind of thing. Somebody broke it down. Very similar, according to the breakdown, and this is from multiple sources, as an HTX U24 Pro, which is made out of Taiwan. I just found that interesting. Speaking of interesting in Trump, the new Air Force One plane, it was a gift from Qatar. Some people say Qatar. I live near the Great Lakes. It's Qatar. I'm going to pronounce it Qatar. That's just how it looks to me. But some people know it's Qatar. But anyway, it's a Boeing 787-8 worth $400 million. They made it into an Air Force One. I'm not trying to be funny, y'all. Like, if you want to take that as your own personal gift, cool. Should you be now using an Air Force One plane from Qatar? Not governmental advice, but my answer would be no, for a lot of reasons. Like, Queen, what's your thoughts on that? Would you use a foreign nation's plane they gifted you as the Air Force One if you were president?
I would definitely not do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of blurring the lines, isn't it? Like so many things.
I just think, like, even just from like a safety standpoint, like, do you even trust that plane?
Yeah,
Like, not even just like you got paid off, not even it might be bugged, just like, is there something in the plane rigged to go down? Like, why are you giving me a plane, bro?
yeah, that too. All of the above.
I'm not even gonna lie, Queen. If I'm not to say that I would do this if I'm in that position, but if I'm in that position and somebody says, "Hey, would you like a plane?" I would be like, "Well, no, but how much is the plane?" Like 400 million. Yeah, dude, just send me the 400 million. Like, let's just make the
There
400
must be
million happen.
there must be something in in the rules that say you can't take like financial gifts, like of money, monetary gifts, but maybe you could take a plane.
It must have been something. And I'm pretty sure they've had some workarounds with it because Qatar's certainly donated a lot of money to this. And I don't know if y'all remember last year, but not too long after this plane was gifted, because it was an Air Force One plane right off rip, Qatar got awarded like some kind of flight instructor school in some state. They got access to like one of the Air Force bases, that kind of thing there too. It got kind of crazy. So yeah. But yeah, I just found it interesting. Like, y'all made that Air Force One? Like, really? Wow. Um, yeah. UK. The UK. We're back in the UK, Queen. Labor, the government, what they're doing, they're making you do an ID check for VPN, like to see if you're under 16. So if you have a VPN, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of having a VPN if they've got to KYC your VPN. But I found that an interesting workaround there. So, like, the UK is going through it this week, y'all. And then I just put this down as a watch thing, but I thought I saw the one earlier, speaking of the UK or Britain in particular. Keir Starmer resigned under, I don't know why. I'm not even going to speculate why, but it sounded like he was just going through it, and the party was really upset with him, and so he resigned. So I think that's kind of crazy given everything that's going on. We'll see how that turns out and who ends up replacing him and where things go from there. Queen, can you tell us? I didn't write this down, but I know you had it. It was one of the ones you just put in right before I hit the road earlier today. But can you tell us about the Ethereum and what's going on with the 10% going towards like staking, or what was that?
Yeah, it was just a headline. I haven't read any articles or seen any articles about it, but it says Ethereum validators could redirect up to 10% of staking rewards to fund ecosystem projects under a new proposal. So I guess it's just proposed, not necessarily approved yet, but it sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Again, maybe they have their reasons. You know, but why weren't they just taking their ETH and paying out like their board members like in USDC or USDT or something? Like, I don't know. Maybe it was just like a pure DeFi purist thing Vitalik was on, but it always just like you have like all the options. You're Vitalik. You know what I mean? Like, you have a lot of options. Like, I think your ETH should have been staked. Was it Lodi? What's the big
What?
staking platform on there?
Lido.
Lido. Thank you. Yeah, Lido. Like, why
Yeah,
weren't you using Lido?
yeah, I don't know. It just says, that they can use up to 10% of those rewards. And maybe as of right now, they're having to give I really don't know. I can't figure out this, but it just makes me think of like how much trouble the Cardano ecosystem is having with their startup projects that are on the chain, and if it had anything to do with that to help fund some of those startup projects so that it doesn't turn out the way some of those have gone. I don't know. Just a thought.
It could be. It really could be. But I just found that one interesting. Thank you. Let's see here. Moving on. All right, we'll get to some of the more crypto-y stuff here, y'all. I did put this. Did I put it up here in the jumbotron here? I told y'all last week, y'all. First off, interesting thing, Queen. I was talking about this last week, going through the perp trade thing. I went ahead. I KYC y'all to Kalshi. Did all the steps. Was kind of coy, not trying to give up all my personal info to Kalshi with everything, and they turned me down for the perp thing. They were just like, "Nah, bro, like you don't qualify." I was like, "Wow." So they said, give it 3 days, try again, ask again. Like, we'll give you another shot. I said, sure. So this time though, I had I took screenshots of the questions. So, and I didn't share this in the tweet because I'm pretty sure I'm probably not supposed to be sharing the stuff I'm getting from Kalshi, and just hopefully they don't tie everything together back to me here. But it's whatever. But it said answer a few questions, see if you're eligible for a margin account and trade perpetual futures. What is your marital status? Like, bro, what? Like, what is that? What does it mean trading futures? How many dependents do you have? What is your employment status? I don't even think this is all the questions. Like, I think this is the ones they let me screenshot. What is your annual income? What's your liquid net worth? What's your total net worth? Do you have futures and investments trading experience? What's your main reason for trading with this account? But the second go around, I did get it right because that's how I found out that Sheep is actually like, I think they've only got like 9, maybe 10 y'all crypto, and it's all like the big time usual suspects: your Bitcoin, your ETH, your Sol, this, that, and the other. Again, as we talk about week in and week out, the only two memes on there were Doge, and they technically called it K-Shib for some reason. Kalshi Shib, but it had the Shib logo. I'm not really sure what was going on with that, so I do want to preference that part. But yeah, it is one of the only two meme coins on there that you can trade futures with on Kalshi, which I found pretty cool. But I found that really interesting, which is like, yeah, like we need some straight up DeFi options for perpetuals here in the US. Like eligible, like ready to go, like let me just plug in to Hyperlink, y'all. That's what I ultimately need to do.
Ben, do you remember that exchange that was doing that something similar with SHIB? Because it had so many zeros, they had to use their own like representative token, but it was like, I don't know, one whatever SHIB was equal to so many millions of SHIB. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That was going back in the day.
Like, was it for perpetuals or?
I don't even think it was for perpetuals at the time. I can't remember what it was about. But it was like a similar thing, and it was because of all the zeros.
Okay. I can't remember. Don't let me lie. I've got a lot running through my brain cells right now, but y'all just don't let me lie. You know what, Digital Shy? I saw your comment. You got a question for Queen? Let's let you up. Let's hear it. Thanks for coming by. Let's check you out. Digital Shy's connecting. Queen, are you still there?
Yep, still here.
Okay. Digital Shy, welcome to Going Off Grid, episode 18 with Queen. If you got a question, go ahead and go for it.
Yeah, greetings everyone.
Hey there,
Greetings.
how are you?
Greetings. I just want to appreciate the host. Yeah, I want to appreciate the host and everyone here. I just want to ask Jen a question.
Sure, go ahead.
And okay. I I I was in a space where you spoke the last time, and I heard of the sheep women. So, and coming from Africa where crypto is just coming up, I discovered we have a lot of women who are interested in crypto, blockchain, Web3. So I looked for a way to get maybe a way we can be part of what we are doing in the sheep women community, because Africa is still like not where other continents are in crypto and Web3 and the rest of it. So, is there any way we can get connected so we
Yeah, definitely.
can get a lot of women involved? because I love what we are doing and would like to be part of it. I'll look for a way, maybe if I can get your Discord handle, or maybe uh, any other handle we can reach out to you from.
Definitely.
And also,
I was going to say, I
oh,
just followed you back. So I'll send you a DM with the Discord link and then we can chat offline and, figure out how we can connect up. That sounds great.
okay, okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. I love what you're doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for coming up. It's nice to meet
Thank,
you.
nice to meet you, man. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Digital Shy. Really appreciate you coming up. Thank you so much for not being a troll. Just don't let me lie about that. And having a legit question here for Jen. And yeah, big shouts out to Sheep Women. And, big shouts out to Africa too as well. So yeah, really thank you for coming up and, not being shy. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, okay. So yeah, leverage trade application. I told you, and I put it up there in the jumbotron there too, so y'all can see those questions. Like I said, it's a really interesting process to go through, but I don't know. I'm looking for alternatives besides exchanges right now because they always seem to crash when the perp trading is obviously a time to do it, and it just seems like things stop functioning. Yeah, I would love to see how make it to U.S. soil, or I'm going to get a VPN and just go for it. Probably just that first. Just don't let me lie. Not financial advice. Please don't take that seriously in a recorded call. Whoever's listening out there, I won't do that. Sure. Charles Schwab. Speaking of predictions and leverage trading, they've got a new feature called Yes No for the S&P 500 options. It's powered by CBOE, CBOE, with that one. So yeah, you can basically get in the trenches in the gambling. See, Charles Schwab now with Yes No options. Polymarket, as Queen talked about earlier, per Wall Street Journal, paid creators $1.9 million in fake betting and other things allegedly. That's per Wall Street Journal, as a matter of fact, not us. Trust in News, y'all. Trust in News globally dropped to 37%, its lowest ever. Grok, this is the only thing I've researched this week, y'all, by the way, that I kind of went in detail to. Grok said there was no real definitive demographic age-wise, because I'm thinking, like, is it just the boomers that only believe in the news still, the regular news still, or like who is it? But it was like, nah, it's just kind of across the board, with that one. So yeah, I found that one really interesting there too. That down to 37%. I'm actually kind of shocked it's that high. I don't know anybody that believes the news outside of the weather or watches outside as maybe sports and weather. Let's see here. The FOMC, as my guy Sabotage would say. The first FOMC by Kevin Warsh, our new federal chairman, said there would be no rate changes. Had a few things on the list. Wasn't going to announce interest rates. Wasn't going to give up a heads up on that kind of thing. Just some general changes, to how they conduct themselves at the Fed now with everything. Well, the markets did react with a $1.5 trillion market crash that day after the FOMC first meeting. So we'll see how the ones go a little bit there. And then this one, Crypto Queen, I want you to dive in here and give us a little background on this one. But I found this one really interesting. Illinois, I believe they actually passed this in the law where they're going to do a 0.2% crypto tax on all transactions, even transactions, y'all, like wallet to wallet. Like your wallet to wallet, like you didn't sell anything, you didn't do anything, you just might be moving it from one wallet to the next. 0.2% transaction tax on that. Now they are saying it's through brokerages and centralized exchanges that are the ones that are going to be getting the tax assessed to them. I'm sure that's going to get passed along to the consumer in regards to that. But Queen, if you had any thoughts on that one, I'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, I was just as shocked as you guys were. I think that Illinois is one of the highest tax states in the country, if not the highest state sales tax. And this was just kind of crazy to me, like why you would continue to be a crypto business that was operating in the state of Illinois after this tax. And it was passed. I mean, it wasn't just proposed, it was taxed. So you're right. A lot of what you said, the details, it is the company or exchange or what have you that is paying that. But yeah, even wallet to wallet transactions, which is just bizarre to me, the whole thing, like why they would want to do this if they want to see innovation in the digital currency space grow. Why another tax on this? We'd love to hear you guys some of your thoughts if you want to come up and chat with us about this.
Yeah, I think don't quote me on what they figured it up as, but I think the end goal of it, based on all the exchange activity, brokerage activity, and everything, the potential proceeds are about 60 million extra a year in just these transactions. So that might have been a driving force as to why, but again, it looks like if it's something that's going to be a burden on exchanges to do, because that's probably another thing they've got to hire somebody for to keep their eye on the file and everything. It might just be easier just to geofence you out the state, and just be done with it, and just be like, hey, we're just not going to operate there if we've got to worry about.
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.
Keeping track of, every little thing somebody does and you want to tax on it, then we got to send that. So I'm pretty sure that gets into some very high cost, situations for an exchange to keep in track of, especially like, could you imagine like a Coinbase having to keep in, track of all of that, with everything, like, those charges could rack up pretty fast. And, I'm pretty sure AI could probably do it now, but, still. It's just another added expense. It might just be easier just to say, you know what, we're just not going to operate there. But,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it's saying that it doesn't start until 2027. So I guess a little time to relocate if you do decide to do that. But yeah, it's talking about like taxable events include everything that we know to be true, like trading one crypto for another, using crypto to buy goods or services, receiving crypto as payment, like mining, staking rewards, and airdrops. And then it says that the short term and long term gains are both taxed at Illinois' flat 4.95% state income tax rate. So no preferential long term rate, unlike the federal. So it applies to residents and those with Illinois source income. And then you can file it. You have to report it on your Illinois 1040 return, mirroring the federal form Schedule D.
Wow. Yeah, so we'll just definitely keep an eye on it moving forward. But I'll say this, because not even going. I don't care about Democrats, Republicans. I think they're both corrupt. Shout out to corrupt, by the way. I see you in the building, but I think they're both corrupted. Just generally. But what I will say is, if your state right now is going out of its way to tax high earners, the consequences so far has been a mass migration from your state to another state that won't. So keep that in mind, states, when you start dreaming up these taxes on people, that you're just literally pushing out, the best part of your tax base. You're driving them to make other decisions, not financial advice or state relocation advice in this case. Yeah, but I found that really interesting. Congress. This bill bans the Federal Reserve from creating a CBDC until 2030. Queen, I don't know about you. I just found that interesting. What is going to change your mind in 2030? that you feel like it's something you should revisit? And then B, my thing with the Genius Act already giving the Trojan horse, backdoor stablecoin freezable, does it even really matter now? Because I think basically we just already have one at this point. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. And you know what's so funny about this? That it was passed as part of a housing bill. So not even part of any of the cryptocurrency regulation, but a housing bill. How odd. I guess they just pushed it in there where they could.
Right. Yeah. I don't. I think they probably did that by design, just to sneak it in on something that would already pass. Just knowing them, I think what I said last week was, if you want the Clarity Act to pass, just put it in the Ukraine. Just put it in the Ukraine funding effort bill. Pass. No problem. With everything there. But yeah, so we'll kind of keep an eye on that one. But and don't get me wrong, it can actually get worse with the CBDC, absolutely, because like that's programmable money, that's like tied to social credit scores and all that. It can get a lot worse than freezable, because like right now they can just freeze your bank account too. So don't let me front. I'll take it till 2030, but again with the 2030 agenda coming up, it expires in 2030. I'm sure me and the other conspiracy theorists are just running with this one. Corrupt, I see you up here, man. Thank you for coming up here, taking a moment. Thank you for tweeting about the space too, man. Glad to have you up here, man. What's going on? How you been?
Hey, Shin. Been long time no see, long time no speak, I guess. Everybody, thought I'd pop in. Glad to see the spaces back up and running. Everybody's still showing up. Just makes me happy. I don't know. Just thought I'd come up and shoot the shit for a minute, see what you're talking about. I do like the CBDC talk. I think it's all rigged and it's all going to zero.
Hey, there we go.
So good to see you. It's been too long.
You too, Jen. I'm liking the fight too. I'll go ahead and I filled out the FBI form with you. I hope we can do something.
Awesome. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. That is really great. I hope we have a lot more that do as well.
It's just fun. I never would usually do that, but in this situation, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who knows if anything will really come of it, but I did have a really good conversation with, like I was saying earlier, an investigative journalist who encouraged me to file, because otherwise I was just kind of thinking nothing's going to come of it. It'll be a waste of time. But this actually is a named project that has some traction behind it, and so she said, strengthen numbers, the more the better, as far as personal stories of people who've been injured. So.
I want the whole blockchain. I want the whole Shibarium network investigated.
Yes. Oh my goodness, such a long couple of years we've had.
Hey, it's a beautiful time. It's a learning time. It's a growing time. And we also came together through it. And I think, friends were made, memories were made, and people just like to take advantage of other people. That's what it comes down to. And it sucks that they try to do that. But I'm glad to see you fighting back. And I'm glad to see you guys still here pushing along and fighting the good fight.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Thank you for coming up too. Corrupt, you doing any spaces?
I don't anymore, really. I'll hop in spaces. Actually, my wife got on crypto Twitter. She hops in the spaces more than anybody now. She's been running spaces. She'll do some late night spaces here and there. We'll hop in that, but we're just really degenerate, like super, super. Like it's bad. It's pretty degenerate how we've gotten. We don't like any professional talk. Like this is the type of space where she might be able to like keep up for a second, but then she'd be like, "Okay, you guys are way over my head. No one said like boobies or like the F word or something yet." So yeah, but no,
That's
man,
so
not really. Just been
awesome.
around.
How did you bring her in? How did you bring her in? That's what I want to know.
Well, I think after like 2.5 years of listening to me in these spaces, if not longer, she finally just said, "All right, let's see what it's about." And somehow she met a group of funny people and started to enjoy it. And yeah, so now she's on CT a little bit more. I don't let her play in it too much because I don't need another gambling addict, but I definitely enjoy it, and I'm glad that she's involved and she gets the PFPs and she's into NFTs now, and it's been a really nice thing to bring us together for sure.
Oh, that's so fun. You guys have that to talk about now and kind of share your passion for it. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm getting passionate about it. And she's like, shut up. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Slowly but surely, she will.
Yeah, one day at a time. I'll put her in contact with you. I'll just be like, here, go listen, go read some of what she's talking about.
Oh, I'd love to talk to her.
Need it, definitely. But I hope you guys are doing good, really. I hope everybody's having a good time. I hope families are good, life's good. That's all I want for you guys.
Same for you, brother. Same for you. I appreciate it 1,000,000%. Yeah, please, when she has a space, tag me, man. Because I
Yeah, I'll let you
remember,
know, bro.
yeah, I remember her
I'll
being
keep
off
you
the
guys.
hinges. I definitely want to check out one of her spaces.
Oh no, it's really bad. I try to avoid them honestly because I don't want to be attacked. You know, like I get enough
Right,
of it in person. I was like, God dang, I don't need to come to the spaces and get attacked too.
right.
Oh, tag me too. I want to be there for it.
All right, next time you'll get an invite, and if it's at like 1 in the morning, just know it's gonna get a little deranged.
All good. All good, man. Well, I hope you hang out up here for a second. We just, it's I don't know, not to recap like the sheep recap days are old. No, we'll talk. Well, we do talk about sheep still, but I keep it to the big stuff in regards to that. But just a little bit of a overall worldview right now, AI, that kind of thing. Governments, that kind of stuff.
That makes me so
Cryptos.
happy.
Yeah, just had to expand the horizons, man, and get out
Oh,
here.
100%. No, and I'll share the
Absolutely.
space as much as I can. I turned on notifications for you, actually, Bender, so I try to stay up to date and know what's going on. I don't know.
Oh gosh.
Appreciate it.
Well, I apologize in advance,
No, dude,
especially if you're seeing my replies.
you're the least of, you're the least of my worries. I just want to be involved and still say what's up to you guys, and just really appreciate the good people. So I like that. I'll talk about AI. You know, I like to talk, so I'll sit here and talk the shit all day.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. Well, hey, going through these here, Coinbase. I believe this is one of the ones you put up here, Queen. They're doing a one-to-one tokenized stock note, not available in the United States. I did want to note that one with the asterisk there. Also, Kalshi, I don't know. There's some hoops you got to jump through. Probably some U.S. things through there too. But let me just make sure y'all do that for those that might have heard me and be like, "Oh yeah, let me go sign up for Kalshi," and you're like Singapore or something. But yeah, they're doing a one-on-one tokenized stock. Queen, did you read a little bit more into that? Can you tell us a little bit more about that one?
Yeah, so they're, I think, trying to become the next everything app as well. And they really have some cool things going on. One thing I thought was particularly interesting is that they've registered their AI agent with the SEC as an investment advisor. So it can have your complete content on your portfolio and account history, speak to it in plain English to take action on your account. It'll even prompt you with ideas you hadn't thought of. So I wanted to check out that Coinbase advisor. It's pretty cool that they went ahead and registered it with the SEC, and I wonder what its full potential is. But yeah, Coinbase is definitely they're making moves in the space.
Have you guys heard? This is around the same topic. But you guys heard about the X tokens, like the X Sol or like the X Ethereum? They're similar to like that. It's just it's leveraged ETF tokens. So like you can buy Solana X Solana, and it's a 3x leveraged version of Solana that you can just hold in your wallet. And
Oh
they're doing this
wow,
with different tokens. So they just wrap an ETF into a leverage token, and you can just buy that token now. It's
that's
weird.
pretty cool. Who
Yeah, I thought
offers
it was
that?
neat. I'll find the link. I'll post it up for you. But yeah, it was pretty neat when I was reading about it.
Cool, pretty volatile, huh?
Oh, in this market for sure, but it sounded better to me than watching a trade, and I'd rather just, be up and down instead of getting liquidated. So I don't know, I thought I'd look at it.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool. Thank you for going into that. Um, let's see here. We got Crypto Profit. I'm gonna follow you back. I appreciate you coming up here. What thoughts did you have for us, Crypto Profit? Thank you for your patience.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ship. I truly appreciate you for the introduction. All right, guys. So I just had a few questions. So I'm just going to ask this one. Talking about tokenized stocks on Coinbase, I'd just like to ask this question. Do you guys think tokenized stocks will eventually disrupt traditional stock exchanges? or would it simply become another layer on top of an existing financial structure? Because, like, um, most of us who trade the crypto space, we actually long to also assess certain assets in the stock exchange markets, and we also love to familiarize ourselves with the stock exchange markets. But these days we can see that most exchanges are adopting tokenized stocks. So I just wanted to ask that question or throw it to the house and get your opinion on that.
I'm gonna let the brains of the operation answer that one. Queen, can you shed some insight on that one for us?
Yeah, I definitely think it's an interesting topic, and I have not got into it myself personally as far as like doing any of the trading. I know that there were some issues that came up with like the SpaceX launch, where a lot of the exchanges, I think maybe only one exchange was able to offer the tokenized stock that they thought they were going to be able to, and they had to issue refunds. But I think in the grand scheme of things, it's coming whether we like it or not, and it's going to open up a whole new um, whole new population that can trade U.S. stocks, and what it's going to do for the market cap of some of these companies. It's going to be unreal. Because people right now are limited in other countries that they can't trade U.S. stocks. It's going to open up 24-hour stock trading. It's just a lot of things are going to come with it that I'm excited to see where it's going. But I don't know if that answered your question at all.
All right. You did perfectly well, Jane. I appreciate you for that answer. So my last question is looking ahead of 2030, because she spoke about asked the question like that or threw that to the house. So this is my question. Looking ahead of 2030, what changes do you think will have the biggest impact on crypto adoption and the way people use digital assets globally? What do you guys think?
Perhaps you want to take a shot at that one?
Honestly, I don't even know anymore, guys. If I'm going to be real with you, I don't think anything really happens innovative. Honestly, I'm at a point where I don't have a whole lot of faith left in the entire crypto industry. But I will say I think it's the future still in the fact that there's so much money going into it. There's so much infrastructure being built. If we can lock in the Trump dictatorship, then it's for sure on. If the Trump dictatorship lasts, hell yeah, we're locked in all day. We're going to have crypto running. We get someone else in office, I have no idea what happens. All of this could just be up in air. Literally could just be smoke and mirrors. It could just be him trying to pump his bags, in my opinion. I think it's the administration trying to pump the Trump bags even more. And let's hope that whoever comes in the next administration knows, like, okay, we can't wreck these people because he just did so much to the crypto industry. But I don't know, man. I really don't. It's all just it's all the future. Like, it all has to be the future, or else they wouldn't have so much money into it and all these plans for tracking and these AIs and a way to track the AIs. And we've always talked about how it will work with crypto and AI coming together. But I really don't know anymore, guys. I gotta be real with you.
Yeah, and just to also, and thank you, Corrupt, too. I appreciate your information there on that one, and you also too, Queen. Crypto Profit, just to follow up here with both of yours on the tokenized stock. My concern is because stocks are actually tied to a lot of real world assets. I am very concerned versus the crypto market being a speculative market. And people, countries doing crazy things to affect the price of U.S. stocks and people's real businesses and that kind of thing out there too as well. So hopefully, if the guardrails are in place, it could be a good thing. I would like to personally see. No offense, I've talked about this not to you, Crypto Profit, but no offense to these centralized exchanges, DeFi, whatever it is that has tried to roll out these tokenized stocks and their forms of it, which with some hiccups. I would like to see a BlackRock, a Fidelity, or somebody. I would like to see their version of tokenized stocks because they're the ones that deal with the stocks every day. So especially Fidelity, who has a background we talked about since right around what 2000. I don't know. It's early 2000s. They were involved with Bitcoin and things like that early. With everything, they actually did some mining, so they're really familiar with the blockchain. I would like to see where their point of view would come from with the tokenized stock and how they would release that to the blockchain. So that would be that one. In regards to 2030, it's hard to even tell. Like we can't even make it. We'll get up to this one next here in a moment. But we're barely making it to the finish line right now on the Clarity Act. So yeah, like looking ahead to 2030. Hopefully the one thing I would love to see happen that has happened by 2030 is that some version of AI, crypto specifically, has gone in, audited, found all the flaws and all the bridges, all the exchanges, everything, tighten all that up, and we just get a lot less hacks. That's the one thing I would like to see at least done by 2030, that you can kind of at least log into crypto, and as long as the exchange is on the up and up, the platform is on the up and up, you can do DeFi, do biz, and go on about your day and feel good about making transactions on crypto, and not hearing about, I think we talked about it, over 70 plus exploitations this year with bridge hacks, scams, all kinds of things going down. 800 some odd million to 1.1 some odd billion worth of crypto theft loss and that kind of thing due to those two as well. So that's what I would like to see happen by 2030, is that we have a secure, safe, and optimal environment for onboarding new people, and let's get this thing well above this 3 to 4% we've been hovering at since I've been involved in crypto here the last 5 years. So I hope that answers your question.
That was the most bearish take I've ever heard you give, but I do agree. I want more.
Yeah.
I want more decentralization, and I want more attacks, and I want more exploits, and I need it to stay the Wild West a little longer, Bender, just a little longer.
Look, what's the thought process behind wanting those?
Well, man, once you get to that point, bro, it's central. It's all already centralized. Your money can already be locked down. There's no real exploit anymore. I mean, if you're moving money, you're gonna get your money back, especially if it's a large sum. Everything's so centralized now. I think it's fine unless you like a couple $100. They're definitely not gonna bat an eye at. The millions of dollars, for sure, they're gonna lock down the entire chain.
Okay, I got you. They can free stuff right now. It's real interesting where they can go with things. I don't even think. I don't even think Monero is safe right now. What's that?
Well, Monero got delisted from Kraken today.
Wow.
Yeah, Monero is no longer on Kraken as of today. Supposedly, you can't take it. You can send out still, but you can't send any in.
Wow. The Mevbot that got hacked for like 15 million.
Yeah, that was the funniest thing I've read in a long time.
Right. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's what was it called? I think it's Jared from Subway. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. You'd think. Right. I don't know if it's Zach's alt or what, but
did you see?
That's what I thought about when I saw it.
MetaMask.
Yeah, he's what MetaMask. Yeah. The replies were insane.
It's like no crying.
So there's no crying in the kitchen. Yeah. Bro, he's taking so much money.
Oh,
he's taking so much.
Try taking this person to court after you've pretty much sandwiched the lifeblood out of everybody in the crypto space. Like, go ahead and try it.
Yeah, good luck, bud. Good luck getting that money back. So I was really happy about that. I don't know. I enjoy those little things, like seeing, and that's kind of what I've been working on lately, is trying to find exploits and contracts. I've been on the white hat side of it, though. I've been doing a lot of auditing for some people. And that's been fun. But yeah, an attack like that would have made my day.
Did you get in on Fable before they took it off the market?
I played with it for a second, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm a Gemini and Codex guy. I really like Gemini. I really like Codex. I have no problem with either of them. They've built everything great for me. But I do like to use Claude if I want like a serial killer who's gonna methodically rip me apart. That's what Claude's really good at. For sure.
Yeah, vendors shared a video a little while ago, which I thought was a really great video, and I reposted if you guys want to see it. But it was talking about just what how dangerous this mythos was, and how it was released to a limited, a few companies that were trusted U.S. allies, and that it broke into like protected interfaces, infrastructure, in government agencies and private corporations, and it did it not within weeks but within hours, and just
Yep.
how powerful that tool is. And I guess Fable was like a watered down version that it couldn't do any cybersecurity um, work, but
But
that
they
the real.
jailbroke it.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, so they prompted around it. That's how they were able to get more advanced actions because Mythos was still there. They just put a face on top of it and they figured out how to prompt engineer it and they were able to bring Mythos out. And that allowed them to then get into all the government says, yeah, do it all. It's these AIs are scary. Don't think that there isn't an exploit in everything that you're using because I promise you there is. And there's a way to chain attack it right now. And I don't know when we get to a place of feeling secure, but I work in cybersecurity for a living. And that's like right now, I'm on high alert. The only thing that I feel like can protect me is AI. So I'm using AI in my systems to combat looking for other AI. And it's like a game of whack a mole, just trying to make sure you're okay.
I can't even imagine. That's just got to be crazy work. But
It's
like,
just
is there
scary.
a bridge that's safe right now? Is there any bridge safe?
I mean, yeah, a lot of them, if they're still up and going, and a lot of them have been found. A lot of exploits have already been, gotten, as we've seen from Aftermath and all the other places. These bridges exchanges that are getting, taken from either liquidity pools or getting, different tax, but it's a lot of it's chaining it. The problem is that you're looking for a chain of events that makes this one thing happen. And so the people that are finding this, even though they're using AI, it still takes a lot of know-how on the blockchain and trying to orchestrate a chain attack that then makes these things happen. It's pretty impressive. I think it's crazy to see that this happens.
Yeah, and I was going to get to this one a little bit later, but since we're already on the topic here, they did find. Well, I'm sorry, the NSA themselves did a controlled, basically audit of Mythos inside their systems, and it was able to access and find their classified like systems like in hours. Like it's insane.
It's scary, Bender. Like I have my own agent on my network at work and I use it now like for everything. I don't know I shouldn't trust as much as I do, but I do. And the access and I can just say, hey, go do this, and it comes back to me and it's just done. And it blows my mind every time. Like these models have gotten insanely good. We are really close to the point of like the next model will changes everything.
I think honestly they just haven't let AGI out to the public yet. I think it already exists.
Well, what's been guiding us since the 80s, bro? Like, I feel like this whole technological revolution is AI that's been in the background waiting or guiding us to wake itself up. And they always give us pieces of technology after they've already used them for a while. So we're just getting what they've already been using
Yeah,
for who knows how long.
yeah. I think they said the average is about 10 to 15 years behind. Whatever's out in the public now is like the military's probably already had it at least 10 to 15 years in advance.
I would like to hope, man. But then I hear the stories about, Claude blowing up the school full of children in Iran. And, you hear all of these. I think we have the tech. Like, what the tech is there. We have definitely the technology, but the ability for these AIs to be a little bit better. I don't know. I don't. I just feel like it's still we're there. Maybe they do have it, but the fact that everybody's kind of scrambling by their seat and building these data centers and trying to get in this race because they're freaked out about it, kind of tells me that okay, this kind of caught everybody off guard a little bit, and they didn't expect this advancement in AI to happen so fastly, and it just did.
Could be. Yeah. I mean,
Speaking
you
of
never
data
know.
centers, Bender, there are two articles that we had were kind of interesting. There was one that they want to put data centers in the oceans to use the water to cool, and also doesn't. take anything away from the population, I guess, unless you just think about your ocean water
Mhm.
being polluted potentially.
Yeah, heating
But
that ocean water
also,
up.
but also data centers in space. What were y'all's thoughts on that?
I think the one in space is doing the most. Just to be
Yeah.
honest, like you got to figure out, how do you keep something up and running in space, how to transmit the information back to Earth, that kind of thing. Like I'm pretty sure they put it out there as a nice buzz line before the IPO went live, but like I'm pretty sure like Elon can do something way more cost effective to put AI data centers in space. But you never know. Like, he might have he might have it all tied in with Starlink to Neuralink to just,
Exactly,
waving
Bender.
stuff to our brain cells down here. I don't know. Like, you never know. But it seems to me like them and Google can figure out some way just not to like, use fresh water.
All right, so here it is, guys. So space is the best way. Space would be number one. I do think that the data centers is a land grab ploy. I think it's a big way for them to come in, get amazing tax cuts, and get this land and build a data center there for 10 years or so. And then that will go either fall onto whoever the city, the county, or whatever jurisdiction will then get the land, or it will go to the highest bidder. And then that becomes just a land grab for companies to have this big area. But I do think space is the best plan of action for now. But I've also seen the NVIDIA, the little boxes. I don't know if you've seen that where they're supposedly, I don't know if it's real. They're giving you like 20 grand or something to put a server on the side of your house with solar power that will be at-home AI that can run huge language models. And NVIDIA supposedly is behind that as well. And I think getting little nodes like that would be more beneficial than data centers.
Like the ones they're building on the side of houses.
Yes, yeah, just a
I
bunch
do
of
like
those.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
We talked
I think
about
that's
that one the
great.
last week or two.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a really good way to go about it. Data centers just wasteful, man. It really is. But that's what we like. We love big placking plants and pouring concrete so far that we can't see past it.
Yeah. I've been saying it like from the get go. I've been saying it's outdated tech. Like it'll look like the Rust Belt in about 5 to 10 years. Like
Dude, you look at where windmills were. Look at what the big windmill push was, and look at where these data centers are being placed. They're all being placed in the same places that windmills can be put. And it's because of the fact that either those windmills are getting decommissioned soon and there's perfect land that they can take these out and pour data centers on top of, or they're just close enough that they know they can get the land for cheap and get tax write-offs and pay zero for years.
right. Yeah, it's crazy. That's a good question, Queen. I think let me see here, and I just saw a couple of your DMs here. Do you want me to post those up to the Jumbotron? These new ones, Queen.
Hey, you can if you want to, Bender. I was actually starting on the list for next week, but we can do it this week too.
Wow. No, I'm out. I'll wait till next week. Because I was wondering, I was like, I don't recall any of this stuff. Like maybe that's why I'll just ask you. No, that's cool. We'll just wait till next week on those.
Guys, just to bring this up, I read a comments from JP Morgan CEO Jeremy Diamond saying that we're in a bull market and that it's like a little tsunami. But this actually looks very familiar because back in the year 2023, I think December, the first parts of the month of December 2023, he came out to speak about we being in the bear market, and Bitcoin went the opposite and made close to 166%. So right now he's coming out and saying we're in a bull market. I see that as the opposite, and I see it as a way to luring people to buy more of the market, and at the end of the day they just sink it down, because I do believe we've still got some more downsides in the crypto space. So what do you guys think?
It sounds like he's the new what's that guy that's always predicting it wrong, Bender?
Oh, gosh, Mad Money.
Jim Cramer. He's the
There
new
you
Jim
go.
Cramer,
Yeah.
it sounds like. I did post that tweet in the comments, though, if you want to pin it into the nest. It just came out in the last couple hours.
Yeah, I'll say this. I think from his point of view, because he's a banker, he's right. Yeah, if you look at the stock market, yeah, it's been cracking all time highs. You know, everything's been going parabolic. I think I haven't put because I saw that earlier. I think I haven't put what was it, World Gurus, when they tweeted it out about him saying that. I put an asterisk like crypto not included. You know, because like we have not been doing so well. But yeah, if you look at it from a stock market point of view, heck yeah, he's absolutely right. Why wouldn't you be bullish right now? What's your
Well,
thoughts,
when I
Scott?
take a look at the VIX, when I took a look at the VIX a couple of days ago, I noticed the VIX is forming a bullish divergence. So, from the technical point of view, I feel the stock market is still going to go down, and that would in turn affect the crypto space. But in general, I feel my own opinion anyway. Just of the opinion that this is one of the main indicators pointing to a bearish market because Bitcoin still has some more downsides. I shared that on my DM I think a couple of days ago because we still need to touch that white line. I think if you go through my profile, you're gonna see that chart there. So I just brought that to the house because when I saw the comments, it was very funny to me because I've actually been waiting for that, remembering what happened in December 2023. So that's my opinion. Don't know if anybody has got anything to say yet.
Sounds like you're bullish. I will roll with it. Hopefully, we are. Coming around. Gosh, it seems like I don't know what since November last year. It seems like Bitcoin's been kind of just going down, 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 or staying now. It seems like I don't know the last 4 to 6 months or last 4 months or so. It's just been between like 60 and 75. Roughly somewhere in there. So yeah, I'm always about vertical movement on the chart, up or down. Like I hate sideways action. So yeah, I'm bullish on your TA. How about that?
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, and thank you for the insight too. I'm always learning. I got a big list here. Shout out to Coach George. He added a few to the list last week. Queen added a few to the list. Again, if you're out there and a noob like myself, that's just a young fresh pup in the crypto, what would be something that you would tell them? That one of the first things that you would tell somebody in crypto that they should know. Put that down in the comments. Let's continue that one. I think I'm almost ready to release that list here because I'm starting to run out of ideas. It took me a week to come up with like one more thing that I thought about after that, because that list is pretty long. Let's see here. Again, y'all, we are on week 18. Because I was just looking at week 17, wondering like, what is all this information? Going off grid. Shout out to Queen. Shout out to Corrupt. Shout out to Crypto Profit. Digital Shop was up here earlier. Thank you, everybody that's still hanging in there with us. Dosie, I see you in the building. Big Mac, Gabby, thank you for staying in here. Treasure, thank you for staying in here with us too as well. And everybody that's kind of come and gone here. Appreciate anybody's presence. Whatever time you can denote, donate to us is greatly appreciated here with us tonight. Let's see here. Okay, Queen, you already talked about that. Them having the first AI advisor going to SEC for Coinbase. Custodia and Vantage bank tokens for deposits and stable coins. I found that one really interesting, Queen. I don't know if you had any more insight on that Custodia and Vantage bank. Basically, that token that has the ability to be a deposit or a stable coin.
No, Bender, I sure don't have any more info on it.
Okay, that's
Sorry.
what I had on him. I mean, it seemed like what it was in the obvious, and I think they were still in the development of it too. They've been kind of working with it behind the scenes, so we'll hopefully learn more about that one. This one got a nice reaction. Speaking of crypto Twitter, out of everybody, Cash Patel said, He's going to bring crypto scams to justice. And a lot of people, as I pointed out in the Jumbotron, went after or pointed out the example of Trump's token and World Liberty Finance, as a start. And I just found that, really hilarious, in terms of look at. I think actually, though, just to be honest, if you read any information on World Liberty Finance, there's a lot of red flags there. I think it was kind of initially just a thing just to kind of get in and be a part of World Liberty Finance. I don't think it was supposed to be tradable at one point. The Trump token, I don't know. I don't know if it was a scam or not. I just don't know if the market just went totally left when Melania dropped. I don't think that they realized they were going to pull liquidity out from one and put it in the other. I think they thought they were going to have two tokens at the top of the market at some point. I just don't really think they were thinking about that. Not financial advice, but then you look at the time done a lot for the founders and everything, and we might still be where we're at now. After all that, all those tokens were ready to be sold. So. It is what it is, but I just found that was what everybody immediately went to when Cash Patel said that. There went for that one too, and then let's see here. Oh, this one's crazy, y'all. This dude named Bitcoin Rodney, right? So he was a crypto influencer. He had he set up, or he was part of a group that set up this thing called Hyperfund Mining. Ended up not really mining a lot, or if anything, I don't have the story in front of me, so I'm just going to say not financial advice. Do your research on this one. But this generated, y'all, $1.8 billion in funds. This dude, Crypto Rodney, pleads guilty. He only gets like 7.6 million out of it, though. And he's facing, I think, up to 5 years. With that one. And then they don't know who else is involved, but somebody is walking off with a bag. Because he got it's not even 7 cents. It's like whatever is 90% less of 7 cents out of 1.8 billion is what he got. And they said he just blew it on a lot of yachts and other stuff there too. So the 7.6, hopefully he's got a bag, Rodney, waiting for you out when you get out of there with everything. But yeah, I just found that crazy with that one. And then so while we're on crime season here, I just gotta put all the crime ones together. Sam Bankman-Fried loses his bid to overturn a 25-year sentence. So I found that really interesting that that he lost his bid. I think his wife or his girlfriend or whoever, I think she's been out probably for over a year now in terms of that one, but they're not letting up on him whatsoever with that one and everything. Let me see here. What's that? Oh, the ones I have? Oh, I can go into some AI here in a moment. Any thoughts on anything, Queen, up to this point? I got Queen as listener again. Hopefully we can get Queen back up. We had Queen up here for a while, y'all, today. Shout out to Queen. Appreciate you. Hopefully we'll get her back. Bring in the heat. Hopefully we can get her back in. All right, I'm going to keep it rolling then. All right, so let's see here. AI, this is crazy, y'all. AI can now dox users with online breadcrumbs. So this guy gave an example. He just uploaded his 15-year-old letter that he wrote in school, something, and he just told the AI to figure out who it was, and the AI did it, just based off a letter from when he was 15. It was crazy. So, the AI is just figuring out everything. I think Queen talked about this one earlier. Trump administration wanted to block the Fables 5 because of the jailbreaks. Y'all were talking about that one earlier. We already talked about the hacks with them. Anthropic is now more powerful, has a more powerful version of Mythos coming out that's already banned by the government. They just banned it before it even dropped. Banned. The video has a new project called Halos. It's for robotic safety systems with AI robots. So hopefully we'll learn a little bit more about NVIDIA's Halos. And then, as Queen had talked about earlier, AI data centers in the ocean for power and cooling. I am a little concerned about oceans overheating and what kind of backwash discharge water, I should say, is coming out of those AI data centers into our precious oceans, which we lose the oceans. Yeah, it's all bad downhill from there. Corrupt. Don't see him up here any longer, but I appreciate him coming up through. Skeeter, thank you for coming in tonight. See if I had shot you out before, I'm going to shot you out again. Treasure. Gabby, thank you all for hanging in there with us. Sack from Subway was here earlier. Big Mac, thank you. Thank you also for coming up, Digital Shy. I know Crypto Queen will give you that informational sheep women. I appreciate you all so much. Crypto Prophet, did you have any final thoughts or anything that you wanted to go through before I go through mine?
Well, not for now, Shape. I appreciate you so much. I just came across this space and it's actually very lovely. And also meeting with Jern. I truly appreciate you. The Digital Chi actually made a request. Digital Chi is a wonderful person. So, Ms. Jen, I think that's over to you with Digital Chi. So you guys can connect. I've actually known Digital Chi for a long time, and she told me about the Ship Women community, and I think it's a great community for women. And I really appreciate what you guys are doing. Thank you so much. And I also am going to be coming on board for this podcast. I truly appreciate it. Under Ship, I'm going to get across to you in regards to how you can host, and conduct 1 or 2 interviews. And just wanted to ask, is there any other platform where you guys hold this podcast, or is it only on X?
No, this one in particular, what we do is we upload it and we send it out as a podcast. So like your Spotify's, your YouTube's, all the major podcast outlets, long story short, that are out there and available, Apple, iTunes, you name it. Like we're in, I don't know, I'm going to say over 20 countries, different people have downloaded us, and that kind of thing there too. Growing, don't let me front like we're not. Definitely growing, but it seems to have a consistent growing audience worldwide. So grateful and appreciative of that. But then of course
thank you very much.
Yeah, you can also catch the replays here. We record them usually on X2 just for people that just don't leave X. But no, man, thank you for coming up. Great questions, and appreciate you also not trolling us. I've had my fair share of trolls throughout my life here and everything. So, yeah, thank you and Digital Shy for coming up here and contributing positively. And hopefully we'll show more of that in the future. Digital Shy, I'm gonna send you a follow. How about that? Hopefully you follow me back. But looking forward to talking with y'all down the road. Now. Keeping up with the year. Hopefully the Alex sends me some stuff. Last but not least, y'all, tonight, I said what I said there in the beginning, y'all get a little bit of, let me not lie about this, y'all. Queen's not up here. And I want to kind of talk to her about this. I'm going to leave my AI trauma out this week, but I am going to tell y'all about kind of my background, what got me a crypto Twitter account. I was really trying to, long story short, escape political Twitter. I got really too deeply involved during COVID, and my background was kind of more of entertainment and music and that kind of thing prior to that. And I created like a specific account, for political Twitter because I knew something was very, very wrong what was going on with COVID, and I wanted to kind of get the pulse of the people and the politicians and everything in real time. And this past year, I think just from the involvement of crypto in the expansion of it, and now so much of the government's involvement with it and the bills being passed and everything just kind of overall wrote me back in, to some of the things that are going on, with all across the world. And not that I wasn't out of the loop on those things. But it's like my level of involvement, my level of theology sending me back stuff now has kind of ramped up to those levels, prior to me getting into crypto. And yeah, I do need to probably touch some grass on that. But so I hope y'all hang in there with me, as we kind of navigate through these things. But I do have some very, very outspoken opinions on politics and that kind of thing that I do like to. I just want to put on the record. Just don't let me lie. I want to put on the record what my thoughts are, why I think the way I do, and I'm always open to be. I'm always open to a discussion too. I don't think my way is like the most correct way in the world or the highway or anything like that. And my opinion on things have changed over time. I'll put it that way. Greatly, as a matter of fact. It wasn't always a time that I didn't realize, both parties were, in my opinion, just, corrupt and evil and that kind of thing. And, working ultimately together for the same goal of one world government, and that kind of thing there too. So I just appreciate y'all hanging with me. You're kind of going to go through, this time and period of my life, and, this space is a little bit of that therapy for me. So I appreciate y'all so much. Again, for my partner, Queen, I pinned this up to the top. She had a beautiful Father's Day message. My dad's been gone for a long time. My grandfather's been gone for a long time. I have such great memories of them and all the lessons that they taught me. They weren't perfect. I'm not perfect. That's okay. I'll just take everything that they give me, and I try to, act in that way. Pass as much as I can to the next generation, and especially this year where so many things happened to me, surrounding Father's Day that I'll never forget. I just absolutely won't look at it as the same, but I'm really trying my hardest, y'all, to keep us positive, spinning the light on it, and keeping in those things. So, I'm not sure what Queen had for her final thoughts, but I just want to say thank you for posting that. That really hit home for me. And thank you, Queen, for all you do and for all you do for, as you can see, you're, gaining attention to people in Africa. Just all the causes that you keep up with, and from the FBI and the sheep women, just you name it. Just it's I can't tell you how much I appreciate Queen. It's just she will always be my president, sheep or not. But with that being said, we're out of here. Week 18's wrapped up. Definitely be safe in your travels. Have a blessed and safe week, y'all. Take care. Take care of each other. Do only good efficiently and every day. Doji. Shout out to Dosi once again. And God bless. Talk to y'all soon.
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.